So good day everyone. So for today we're going to discuss the chapter 12, which is the Luke's goal setting theory. The setting goal for life and happiness. The premise of Luke is the man's ultimate goal is happiness. Happiness is the successful state of life. Pain is agent of death. In order to achieve this, political freedom is required. An emphasis must be given also the differences of man from other species. And what is that? We can form concept unlike animals that can react based on instinct. And the conceptual level, action require validation which are also fallible. Thus they can be wrong. To avoid error, concept must be validated by observation and logic. To think conceptually is a choice and makes it possible for us to reflect and regulate our action. We can make use of our rationality, but since we have freedom, we switch it on and off. Free will is the choice to think or not to think. Thinking proposes also that we make our own personal processing of data, logic, emotion, and etc. And not just passively depending on others' thoughts. Even in the recognition of our needs, either physical, psychological, and philosophical. Needs thinking. We have to know how to satisfy them and anticipate when the needs will occur so we can prepare for that eventually. Needs also be differentiated with values. Needs as such as inborn, they are part of organism's nature. Values are acquired, that is learned. Hence, we are conscious of our values unlike needs. We might not even be aware of them though they exist. Values are those we regard are important in our lives and we rank them, though some will prioritize over another. They may be based on what we think we need and therefore constitute a very big factor in differences in human motivation. So in order that to achieve this, dapat ganid o nag-required ang political o usa ka freedom. Unya murag differences lagi ni different ang man by the other species. So nadri karang murag makahimo ta og gamit ta og sa atong kaugaling rationality of freedom. So mao nang murag ato ra i switch on ug off. Murag gamiton ba nato siya na good way or bad way. Murag free will lagi nato ang mo choice to think or not to think. So if ganaon na ka og mga preprocesses also murag kinahanglan ka maghimo og imong own personal processing of data. So in a way of logic, emotion, etc. Just by passively depending in others' thoughts, murag magadepende ka og thought sa uban ba. So bisan pa og recognize ka sa imong needs, murag either physical pa na siya, psychological or philosophical needs can be more thinking about ourselves in the good way. So kinahanglan po nato mo satisfy o mo-anticipate kung ang atong mga kinahanglan nga murag mo abot na sa ato ba. Maabot na sa ato so kinahanglan nato maka-prepare for that eventually. So ang needs po dahil no kay murag ga-differentiate po siya sa values. So ngano man ang needs kay ma-differentiate man siya sa values. Kay ang needs magud imo nang kaugaling kinahanglan. Kung wala kay good values ato na reflect sa values. Kung wala kay good values nga mo proseso na maabot na nimong imong isa ka goal or imong kinahanglan, di gyapon nimo ko og wala kay good values pag-manage sa imong kinabuhi. Sa maning needs as such inborn. So kaning needs as inborn murag ma-relate nanto sa isa ka family. So example na lang no, if na-born ka sa isa ka wealthy nga family, so murag tanan nimo needs nana. So nana tanan nimo needs. Kulang na nang is by sa pag-process sa imong values. So if nana tanan needs og wala kay karang sakto na value sa pag-manage sa imong pamilya para sa imo. So kalayan na gid siya sa poor family, born ka sa poor family. Murag ma-relate niya to ang dato og pobre kay karang naslay usay na good values pero need pa nila panarabuan ng mga kanila para ma-achieve lang gyud. So mo nang kalayaan sa wealthy og poor family mo nang needs as such a born murag mo na iabot pasabot ba. So kaning values are those we regard and important in our lives and we rank them. So ang values gyud kung maka-encounter ko sa kataw nya imo values kay ngana. So murag silbi i-rank kini extay duha mo. I-rank ang imong values sa isa ka tawo og ina top ba ka o ina lowest rank. So if na kay good values, siyempre top ka permi. If wala, mo na murag naka sa low level of ranking of values para sa uban tawo, sa thought sa uban tawo para sa imuha. So sama na if na kay good values, siyempre good values siya. Dapat niya i-prioritize ato niya timanon ingana karang mayo gani og tensyon ang usa ka tawo para sa imuha kay na kay values na maayo para nila pud. So ngayon ta sa goals. So looks views them as similar to values except the goal is the specific form of values. They are values applied to specific circumstances. One's achievement of values factors in the achievement of goals. So for example na lang karang one may value in a good health, so murag hence the way to do it to set the goal of eating nutritious food, exercising and so on. So sa pag-atiman de og usa ka good value sa usa ka tawo, isama lang sa pag-atiman sa imong health mo nang one may value good health. So if karang healthy imong lifestyle no unsay pamaagi sa imong lifestyle murag imo ra pud i-reflect sa imong value. So by mo lagi na kaon kag mga nutritious food, mga vegetables, by doing exercise every day para lang ma-achieve nimong healthy lifestyle. Sama lang gud na sa pagkuan sa day murag gibase pod sa imong good value og maayo imong pagdaan na everyday, ma-maintain gyud nimo nya madana nimo sa lain pang mga kuan maabot na mga adlaw. And as the values are ranked. So to four goals, however, goals change more frequently. Going back to the sample earlier, the value of good health might be relatively constant, but the objective might be different every day. So unsay bot pasabot ani? So ang isa ka goal di ay magbago-bago na siya frequently. So balik sa example no. If magbago-bago ang imong lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, murag ang imong objectives every day is magbaylo-baylo sa maglailahi. Objective nimo karon kay maabot na nimo nga kuan, exercise ma-achieve na nimo kara na day by nya eating vegetables nya ang value og good health mag-remain siya nga constant relatively kay mo man na imong goal murag maintain man na nga imong goal pero ang objectives nimo everyday magbaylo-baylo. So example na lang nasik ka kuan ka not feeling well, so kana na day din mo mabuhat, so murag mabago-bago gid ang objectives everyday sa pagda sa imong lifestyle o ang imong pag-reflect sa values nga imong gidala karon. One might have diet different or everyday or change tomorrow because of medical condition. So mao lagi na ang pag-diet nimo everyday kay ma-different na kay murag karon ikaw malahi na ba kay because of karang not feeling well, medical conditions or mga different exercise might be done nga murag dili sakto ang pag-process gani. But for somebody who values this highly, one will achieve these different objectives for the purpose of attaining the value of good health. Take note also that a person pursues multiple values, and within what multiple values would also be plenty of layers of goals. Those long-range and short-range goals should be specified in order to manage one's life successfully. In short, goals are needed to achieve a certain thing that we value, and those we value satisfy certain needs. So moving on, goal setting theory. According to Luke and Latham, during 1991, there are 5 goal-setting principles that can improve or change our chances of success. So, unsa kaning 5 goal-setting principle nga na discover ni Luke and Latham. First is clarify. A clear, measurable goal is more achievable than one that is poorly defined. In other words, be specific. The most effective goals have a specific timeline for completion. Second is challenge. The goal must have a decent level of difficulty in order to motivate you to strive towards the goal. So, ang goal gyud kay murag nagi siya level of difficulty para lang ma-achieve nimo o ma-motivate ka para towards imong goal. So, di man gyud sa tanan adlaw og tanan natong panginabuhi nga moabot ra ta na goal sa wala ta nagagi og kahago, wala na to gawsan og singot. So mo nang ang isa ka goal nagi siya challenge, murag may mga obstacles nga dapat nimo maagian pa para lang ma-achieve nimo ang imong goal. Third is commitment. Put deliberate effort into meeting this goal. Share your goal with someone else in order to increase your accountability to meet that goal. So mo ni commitment. So kailangan nga magbutang og much effort nga makigmeet ani na goal day. So need gid na to murag natin ma-share nga line ba kung unsa atong mga pangarap sa kinabuhi mo lagi na murag ang uban karang ipamagin lag uyab imo lang inspirasyon lag ang uyab man sagad kay usa na sa makatabang kay mas ma-motivate man ka, ma-inspired ka nya kaya pug kang tabangan nga malakangan nimo ang tanan nimong mga problema para lang ma-achieve ang nga goal. And the fourth one is feedback. Set up a method, receive information on your progress toward the goal. If losing 30 pounds in 4 months turns out to be too hard, it is better to adjust the difficulty of your goal mid-pounds in your goal midway through the timeline than to give up entirely. So nagpakita na siya guys sa example no. If makaya nimo if mag-lose ka og 30 pounds within 4 months is murag lisod naman siya kayo, lisod na. So unsay imo ang ibuhaton? Anyone, unsay inyo ang ibuhaton na? Makaya ba na ninyo mag-lose og 30 pounds within 4 months or unsa pay nabay other way ana? So if wala, needs gid na to mag-adjust. Mangita tag murag mas easy way para lang ma-achieve na to ang nga goal. Kay ngani man gud no, if isa ka responsible nga tawo, pangitaan gid nimo way nga mas easy ang pag-lose og 30 pounds within 4 months ra. Kay lisod ba kay na nya kaysa naman nga karon ganohon na pa lang ka makaingon na kag di na ko kaya, di na ako mabuhat within 4 months nya daghan pa kog necessary nga pambuhaton. So if isa ka responsable nga pagkatao, pangitanan mo pagi kaysa naman nga mo give up na ko, di na ako kaya. So we need to find a way to adjust the difficulty of our goals. And last is task complexity. If a goal is especially complex, make sure you give yourself enough time to overcome the learning curve involved the complex tasks. So di gid tanan nato ibuhos ang time sa usa ka tawo no. Kinahanglan po din nato mag-need og time sa atong self para lang ma-complete atong tasks og to overcome the learning curve gana involved sa mga kinahanglan nato sa kinabuhi ba. In other words, if a goal is really though, make sure you give yourself some padding to give the best chance at succeeding. Moving on, we will go to blocks to goals achievement. So nabudi mga blocks no sa mga goal nga need na to i-achieve. So first is irrationality. That is when our thoughts are not reflective in the reality. This is more of wishful thinking. So sa ngari pa lang no, murag karaganing magunahon na ka og mga good thing na mahitabo nimo tomorrow. Nya murag di nimo kaya nga ma-reflect nimo sa reality ba kay karon kutay in a poor condition ka nya gaw na ho na ka og mga karagay murag unsay nasa uban murag maingon tag insecurity karabang unsay makita nimo sa ban ganahan ko mo palit ana pero wala kay kapalit. So mao nang ma-reflect nimo sa reality ang imong gifang thoughts nga dili nimo mabuhat sa realidad. So mura lang siya gawish ka. Pero don't think negative much because kay makaya ra na murag ma-achieve ra na nimo if nakatutanan sa katong atong gibasa ganina katong goals to achieve if nakato kaya mo ma imong values. Second is unwillingness to put forth mental and physical effort. Being successful necessitates hard work. Success can only be achieved if there is an action. So mao na ni ang success ma-achieve ra diday og nay action sama sa pagtrabaho. Makakuha kag sweldo if imong gitrabuhan. So if wala ka trabaho, wala kay sweldo, mo nang no work, no pay. So sa kakaron pa lang estudyante pa ta, galakaw pa ta, wala pa ta sa tumoy, napata sa kumajingking sa tong kamot, wala pa ta sa pinakataas gyud nga level. Mo na example na ning pag-study. Isa na ka way of action nga atong ibuhat para ma-achieve ang atong success sa atong kinabuhi o makuha na atong hard work para ma-achieve ang goals. Third is fear. It makes us cover into submitting whatever fate has given us without taking control of our circumstances. So di gyud sa tanan natong mga lakang kaya nato. Naagi tay mga hadlukan, di ba? So murag mo cover up gani siya. Na nakasakuan, murag hapit na kasi mong goal. Pero nay time or murag unexpected ba isa ka coincidence nga murag kadlukan nimo. Mo nang murag ma-cover up ang imong pag-submit og isa ka fate nga gihatag sa imo nga bisag wala ka take control sa any kind of circumstances nga naani mo karon. So mao na siya. So that was the 3 blocks goals to achieve. So therefore it is important to have goals in order for a human being set direction in their lives. Without goals, they might live aimless without the fulfillment of their purposes. In order to do this, 3 theories are discussed. Bandura's self-efficient states that people will only try to do what they think they can do and won't try what they think they can do. Dweck's growth mindset encourages one to have a mindset where intellect can be learned rather than the traditional mindset of believing that one is born with it. Luke's goal setting theory suggests 5 things needed for one to successful. A goal must be specifically clear, difficult task oriented, and feedback must be given as well. Commitment should also given. In all this, one thing seems to be in common that one should not easily give up. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something new about my report. And if you have any clarification question, please ask me and tell me and what it is. So that's all for today. I hope it's all clear and God bless us all, and thank you for teacher Maureen, and thank you class, and God bless us all.